What's up guys, it's Alex here bringing another F1 gameplay commentary, and this time we're reviewing Barcelona. And it's been a long time since I did one of these camera shots where I show you the sort of steering wheel as well, but this was quite a hard race for me. I couldn't get used to the steering wheel on this track, and as you can see my head sort of gets in the way of the shot sometimes, but I think it's a pretty entertaining gameplay, a few little mishaps like there. But let's get into the commentary and let's see who I think is going to be on top for Barcelona. So at the end of the Mugello test, Grosjean eventually went fastest and set the fastest overall time from the 3 days they had been there, which gives me hope that Grosjean, Lotus and Raikkonen will be up there fighting for some more podiums and hopefully even wins. But I'm not sure whether they're going to be able to compete around this track. I hope they will though, because I really want them to see them do well again. Bahrain was a great race. I mean, Raikkonen was so close to getting past on Vettel, but just had one little move and that cost him the race win. But it shows you how fine F1 is nowadays. Make one mistake and you can lose a whole win. Red Bull seem to be now on form and be able to race for wins, as they did in Bahrain. It was a great race for Vettel. It was like fourth race in concession where Webber got a fourth place, but they're still both in the title hunt, and it's going to be close to see who if any of them are going to be up there for the title. But I'm certain that Red Bull will be up there along with McLaren and hopefully Mercedes. But Mercedes reporting problems from the Mugello test, that the high-speed corners are still a problem, and sorry, like crashing into Hamilton there. I'm very sorry, Hamilton. I should get a drive-through, shouldn't I? But Mercedes are saying that their high-speed cornering is quite bad at the moment, and there are a couple of high-speed corners around this racetrack, so I don't know whether they're going to be on pole this time. I doubt it unless they've made major steps in Mugello, which we haven't heard about. But I'm expecting the race win this weekend to go down to 3 cars and 6 drivers. It's going to be Grosjean, Raikkonen, Button or Hamilton, or Webber and Vettel. And we all know that Webber's a pretty good, neat driver around here. He's got quite a few podiums, and I think he's got a win, and he's got pole positions around here, so I wouldn't put him off competing for the race win. He seems to be suiting this car as good as Vettel this year. I mean, the start of the season, Vettel didn't really understand the car as well as he'd understood 2011 car, but they seem to be both on fine form and hopefully up there racing for wins. Now, every time I call a pole position and who I think is going to be on the pole position, I always get it wrong. So I'm not actually going to call it this time, but I think it's going to be down between 2 or 3 drivers. I think it's going to be between Webber, Vettel and Hamilton. I'm not sure whether anyone can really take it away from them. Maybe Raikkonen, we're not sure whether their car's fast enough, but the Lotus car seems to be much faster in the race in comparison to qualifying. Also, I haven't talked about Ferrari, and in the Mugello test, overall, Alonso was only 1/10 off Sebastian Vettel's fastest, and that gives me hope as well that they will all be up there and all be competing for race wins, and hopefully Massa can get a podium or something, because I really wanted to see. I really like him as a driver. He's a nice guy, and he was pretty fast, but I'm not sure anymore that he's really. He's sort of gone off the edge. I think there's a cliff, like they say with the tyres, they go off a cliff and then they die, and I think. Even though Massa's not dying, but his race career is sort of coming to an end. He's had a great few years at Ferrari. He's been fast. He's competed for a title or so, and he's had a horrific crash, which thankfully to all, he survived. I mean, we'd never want to see somebody like that disappear from the F1 scene just because like a problem with the car. I mean, it was nothing down to Massa's fault that race, but I'm not going to get into that. That's all for that's all the past, and we shouldn't be thinking about the past and looking towards the future. So there are only a couple of corners left in my race here at Catalunya. It seems to be a very close race here on F1 2011, and I had a good fight with Rosberg throughout the race as well as Hamilton, but I hope it's going to be as close as this in the actual race. It would be really, really good, because I don't know, in recent years I don't think this has been the most interesting race to watch, but let's all hope for it's going to be a good race. I mean, I had a fun race here on the game. Hopefully it'll be just as good in real life. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. It's been Alex, and I'm out here. Bye.